Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Mowers and More up here in the main shop because we are going to do some paint work. And while it is t-shirt weather, it's not going to stay that way for very long. It's only February. Usually the highs are about in the 20s. So we've already taped and painted with what little flat black I had. Here's what I was doing. And I basically did the grill, a little bit of the frame, and the wheels. So they're all set and ready to go. Now we'll get another can of flat black and do some more work there. But it's time for the main color. Not that there's anything wrong with this beautiful red, but I want army green because I'm making this into a mutt, the multi-use tactical tractors. This will be the third one of these that I've made under that name. And hopefully it'll be the best one of the bunch. The first one was more of a speed demon than anything else. It was more like a racing mower, if you ask me. But this one's gonna be for farm use and off-roading. So we're gonna go ahead and paint this thing up. It's gonna take 2 coats, but as you can see, fancy army green now, and that's the way I want it to be. And of course, we'll do some decals and give it a kind of a Jeep-esque look to it. I like it. So next steps for this mower, we're going to paint it 2 to 3 coats, and we are going to do some headlight upgrades so we can ride this thing around in the dark, which is important where I'm at. And then we're going to install a better throttle. So this thing right now has just got the original stock throttle here. Well, we're going to get rid of that and add a foot pedal throttle. And then this thing has the noisiest exhaust. These old flatheads were rattly, noisy critters. This one is no exception to that rule. And so we're going to get rid of that exhaust and add a quiet muffler system. And I've done this before. Every time I do it, I get a lot of comments on, you know, wanting to know the details. Well, on this video, I'm going to give you the details when we go into that. Make sure that you guys are set up and ready if you want to make one. Basically, I'm going to take off that exhaust. We're going to run some piping down underneath and up over the rear axle so that not only is it quieter because there'll be 2 mufflers installed, but it's also going to be better because you won't be having the exhaust blowing in your face while you're driving. So it's pretty cool like how that works. All right, and so I'm not going to film all this, but I'm just going to continue to do this, and then we will take a look at it after it's done. The last thing I'm going to do to this mower, and I won't do it until late spring, early summer, is the pulley swap. Now, a lot of times when you think of a pulley swap, you're thinking like, wow, how much speed do you want out of this thing? I do want some speed out of this thing, but it's not going to be a racing mower. So top speed on this right now is probably somewhere in the range of 3.5 to 4 miles an hour. We're going to put it up there to about 7 to 8 miles an hour. So not a terribly huge increase, but enough to make it more of a utility vehicle than it currently is. Not that there's anything wrong with going 1 mile an hour, but if you are on a big piece of property like I've got here, or at least I feel like it's a big piece of property, it helps to be able, especially on the driveway, to be able to punch it up a notch or 2 and get her going a little quicker. And so that is my hope here. Now this paint is supposed to dry flat. I did get my wife to pick this up for me, so I sure hope she got flat paint, or we're going to have the glossiest looking Jeep slash ATV slash whatever it is we're creating here. All right, let me pause the camera, and through the magic of video editing, you'll get to see this thing in all its glory. Let's do it. Dry. That's 2 coats of paint, and I think that is going to be plenty. I have enough paint out of that quart, in fact, to paint another one. So when the Mud 4 ever gets built, that'll be where that goes. Yeah, we're going to do a whole bunch of mods to this thing. As I was saying earlier, we're going to be doing the throttle pedal and the headlight upgrade. What we're also going to be doing is a sleeve hitch installation back here. We're going to put a dump bed or just a regular flatbed extension on the rear of this, and we're going to mount a radio. If you follow my main channel, Farpoint Farms, you know that I'm big into CB radio. And so why not? Let's do it. This thing's going to be the off-road beast. Might as well have a way of getting in contact with folks off the beaten path. So I think the color I picked is a little lighter than I usually go with. It's still an army green, and a flat army green, but it seems like it's a shade or two lighter than normal for me. Well, normal in my usual builds. But I look forward to doing some customization on the paint job once we get it all dried up and fixed up. Till next time, my friends, take care.